All right, welcome to the May 20th ASCWU public meeting, aka our last meeting for the year. So, no tears yet, no tears yet. We'll call this meeting to an order today at 1:04 p.m. and we'll kick off with our introductions. Hello, I'm Edith Rojas, and I'm your student body president.
Happy Monday, Wildcats. My name is Kane Masters. I'm your executive vice president.
Happy Monday, everyone. My name is Bailey Kinker. I'm your vice president for clubs and organizations.
Good afternoon, all. My name is Claire Ann Greppo. I'm your Vice President for Academic Affairs.
Good afternoon, Wildcats. My name is Maurice Watkins III. Pronouns he, him, his are my name, and I'm the Vice President for Equity and Community Affairs.
Welcome to Week 9, everyone. I'm Leah Mobley, your Vice President for Legislative Affairs.
And my name is Jocelyn Matheny, Student Life and Facilities.
Perfect. Before we kick off this meeting, we need to approve the previous minutes from May 13th.
Move to approve the minutes from May 13th.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstention? That's a 6-0 approval for the May 13th minutes. And now to today's agenda for May 20th. Are there any additions or corrections to this last agenda of ours?
I move to approve today's agenda.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstention? That's also a 6-0 approval for today's agenda. And let's kick off with our officer reports with our Executive VP, Kane Masters.
Alrighty. Hello again, everyone. So this week, we're pretty much closing out. So the last thing on our to-do list for my office is we're setting up for the end-of-year banquet, which invites went out for last week. So if you haven't RSVP'd yet, get that ticket so we got your name and we'll get you in there. Dinner is provided. Doors open at 5. The event starts at 5:30. So just a clarification. SNA updates. Our last business meeting is tonight. Next week will be our committee dinner, I believe. So come check us out Wednesday, 5:30. We're doing some last things and before we close out. So other than that, I have some committee appointments later in the meeting. So with that, I'll yield my time.
Thank you, Kane. And now to our VP of Clubs and Orgs, Bailey Kinker.
Hi, everyone. Bear with me, please. I kind of am just now getting back my voice from being sick. But we have our last Club Senate meeting this Wednesday, the 22nd at 7 p.m. in the Cirque Theater. We're going to be doing some final discussions around the Senate position. We're going to be doing a year-end wrap-up, so looking at all the things we've done this year, all the places clubs have gone, and then we will also be starting the renewal process for clubs to renew their recognition with us. And so we're inviting club senators and their officers to come to the meeting to start to fill out the paperwork for that. So that's kind of exciting, trying to get ahead on that. And then we're also going to be hearing about our new club software Presence from Michael Middleton. We're really excited about that. It's going to be a really huge improvement to the club world, so that's super exciting. And then we are also excited for the night of recognition that we're having with our student government people. And then I also get to attend the CLCE evening of recognition to present Club of the Year. So stay tuned for that. That's another thing that's going on. And then I know you all have been waiting since the beginning of the year to hear about this, but we are getting a date on the books for going to plant pumpkins in our ASCWU pumpkin patch. So it's happening. Jeff Rosenberry's really sick of hearing about the pumpkins. But yeah, for any of you who don't know, at the beginning of the year, I went on this random tangent about pumpkins, and now we're going to start a pumpkin patch here. So the hope is that it can be something that can really sprout into a tradition. It can be somewhere where clubs and orgs on campus say they want to do a pumpkin carving thing, or people want to make pumpkin pie. It's somewhere on campus where you can go and get those resources rather than having to go out and buy them. So yeah, it's really going to become kind of a community event. So with that, I think I yield my time.
Thank you, Bailey. And now to our VP of Academic Affairs, Claire Ann Greppo.
Good afternoon, everybody. So last week I had the honor of having the provost shadow me throughout all of my classes. It was a great time. I think she was very tired from walking around in the L&L building. And so tomorrow I actually have the opportunity of shadowing her. So I have a full day packed from 8:30 in the morning all the way out till 6 o'clock at night, maybe even later. So I'm really excited for that. We also have our last SAS meeting tomorrow, so we're going to be giving out cords and then also having like a little mini celebration along with some pizza and then some certificates. With our last meeting, we identified 8 major issues and concerns that we have seen in the academic world here at Central. And we have drafted up a letter, and we're going to be going over that with our last meeting in hopes that that carries out for the next year. This is kind of like my final push of, things that we've identified here at the school. So really excited about that. Let's see. And that is about it. So with that, I yield my time.
Thank you, Claire. And now to our VP of Equity and Community Affairs, Maurice Watkins.
Hey, y'all. So first things first, our next Equity and Service Council meeting is to be held this Wednesday, May 22nd, 2019 at 2 o'clock p.m. in Black Hall 152. So with that, starting Wednesday, the Equity and Services Council will be ending its fiscal year, meaning no more funding requests will be accepted. So with that, I would really like to just give out a couple shout outs, right? So first, the Equity and Services Council for all of the hard work that they do, the Diversity and Equity Center, CERC Accounting, as well as CERC Scheduling, all of our CERC partners and stakeholders, and anyone else who played a great role in helping make this year run as smoothly as possible. So if I did not mention your name, you are not forgotten, so thank you. Next, for organizations who are in good standing, recognition packets are to be turned in, right? So being that evening of recognition is May 22nd, so this Wednesday, recognition packets are to be turned in by this Wednesday, noon at the latest for any good standing organizations. And it's not too late. So if there are any last minute civic engagement or helping out another organization hours that any organization would like to submit, please get those to me so I can squeeze those in. And then lastly, our last Equity and Service Council meeting will be the following Wednesday, so May 29th, 2 o'clock p.m., Black Hall 152, and this is actually going to be a special one. It'll be our last one, so it'll be a celebration type meeting, but I also will be inducting equity clubs into the Equity and Services Council, so it's it's going to be great. So for all of the clubs who put in lots of hard work, I actually see a member over there. So for all of the people who put in hard work with their equity clubs, it's going to pay off. So please show up. So it's great. So other than that, once again, thank you. I had a great year. I appreciate all of your hard work and dedication as well as your patience. And with that, I would like to yield my time.
Thank you, Maurice. And now to our VP of Student Life and Facilities, Jocelyn Matheny.
Happy Metal Monday, everyone. This is your reminder that you can be working on your Traditions Keeper events to be earning this awesome medallion, and then you could have one too. Last week, I was working with people in the circuit scheduling office and the Office of Student Involvement to finish up making our CERC exceptions requests and sponsorship forms, online forms, to help us streamline paperwork in future years. Also on Friday, we had CW Mariners Night. Who was at the game? Yeah, our exec board had some fun at the game. We had over 900 Wildcats in attendance. 60 of those were students that student government had given away tickets to. We got to watch the Wildcat Chorus perform the fight song for us and the national anthem for the whole stadium. Also, does anyone remember Officer Todd Ames got recognized on the field for the soldier salute, so that was really awesome that he could do that on the same night that all of us were there to cheer him on. Next week, the Student Union Advisory Board and the Recreation Advisory Board will be having their final meetings for the year on Wednesday the 29th and Thursday the 30th. So they'll be celebrating some things they did this year and preparing to have great committees again next year. And last, I'm just getting hyped to participate and support Evening of Recognition and Wildfest that are happening later this week. And with that, I yield my time.
Thanks, Jocelyn. And now to our VP of Legislative Affairs, Leah Mobley.
Hey all, how's it going? Just one quick update for you guys. The number is out for how much money we get from the state this year and next year for mental health, and that's just under $370,000, which is a lot of money and super awesome. So I'm excited to see how that's allocated and how we use that to support mental health services on our campus. And yeah, so just one update from me, and with that, I yield my time.
Thanks, Leah. For my report, just very quickly, just been working on continuity, just like the board, so passing on to the next board. We're super excited for them and see all the great things that they will accomplish for next year. Don't forget, Student Appreciation Day is this Thursday from 1 to, 9? We got concerts, we got food, we got a bunch of fun stuff. Student government will be driving some carts around, so if you need a ride, just call student government. We'll be there. We'll come get you. And yeah, that's all I got. And we'll jump right into our committee reports, and we have a report from RHA.
Hello, guys. So I got two things here. We had a guest speaker from the Office of Admissions. They just wanted to let us know, ask us for volunteers and let us know that the fall open house is coming up next fall quarter. They need volunteers for that, and you can contact me afterward, and I can get you some information if you're interested. Second up, we had the NACUR delegation come and did some mindfulness activities. NACUR is, or the National Association of College and University Residence Halls. They're a big organization. They sort of the parent organization to the Residence Hall Association and the National Residence Hall Honorary here at Central and at campuses nationwide. And essentially, they're having a conference coming up on May 31st to June 2nd, where we're going to have our NACUR delegation go up there and present some mindfulness activities on behalf of Central Washington University. And it's going to be awesome. So, yeah, that's all I had today.
Thank you. And we'll jump right into our committee appointments.
Okay, so I had the opportunity to work with Alejandro and as well as Edgar and just going through some committee appointments. So we're under an agreement for these appointments for next year, so 2019, 2020. We don't have any lapse in understanding. These were worked on together, decided on together. I feel like the most efficient way for me to do this is just to read the names off, and then the respective committees are on here if you all would like to see them. But as of right now, we've had 18 applications come in for next year, which is an awesome start. There will be the SNA committee, the Student Tech Fee Council, a couple of the university standing committees that will all be set to go starting next year. So Alejandro and all the rest of the peeps will be able to hit the ground running. So right now we have Edgar Cranio, Joe Cavalieri, Alexis Daggett, Alex Harrington, Eric Bennett, Dominic Choi, Ashley Clippert, Brendan Dulliman, Madeline Wilson, Christopher King, Samuel Kamau, Shayla Levdet, I think is how you pronounce that, Kirti Patel, Monica Cranio, Dane Gillen, Brian Kimberling, Michael Berge, and Britton Hayes, all to be appointed for their respective committees. With that, I would move to have them be appointed to those committees.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? That's a 6-0-0. That is amazing. 18 students already for next year. Way to go, Kane, Edgar, Alejandro. There you go. All right, we're going to jump right into our new business, and what we have today is Central Transit. With us, we have our mayor from Ellensburg, Bruce, joining us today to kind of talk about Central Transit, some new updates that are coming, and just student support for moving this to continue. So yeah, take the mic away. You can take it off, and you can...
Yeah, it's this weird thing of talking to you about what I'm asking. Is that good? Okay, cool. I feel so much better. So thanks for having me. I just wanted to come up because, for a number of years, the students have contributed $75,000 a year to the operation of Central Transit. And for those of you who have not been in this community longer than 4 years, I'm assuming, but go back 8 or 9, 10 years, at one point that 75,000 was what kept Central Transit on the road. I mean, there would be no Central Transit today if it had not been for the student support that you provided 10 years ago through this fee. So it's just been hugely appreciated and an incredibly critical piece to get us to the point where we actually were able to ask our voters to support public transit, really become the first community in Kittitas County to support public transit. And we've leveraged that 75,000 now to a $1 million a year system. With that 75,000, we have been able to kind of formally through a memo or interlocal or whatever they call it, it's just through some agreement, assure that the student voice is always at the table as we discuss Central Transit. So Maurice has been an incredible, invaluable asset throughout the year. What are we doing right? What are we doing wrong? And if you know Maurice, he's not shy to tell you both, right? Which is so important. I mean, it's all good to say it's all good until it's not. And if you don't get that input at the beginning, this is what we're looking at, this is where we think a stop would go. And if he's not willing to be assertive about that student voice and bring that to the city, then how we evolve changes. So I truly appreciate the commitment you've made over the time and working with you. We are here today just basically to ask for a letter of support, I think would work, to continue that commitment over the next 2 years. So $75,000 a year. The 2 years is because we get a biennial grant from DOT. So we have our local tax revenues. Because of the student money plus the local tax revenues, we leverage that to get DOT money. As students come back in on campus next fall, we hope to have a frequency of service that's nearly double. Right now, if you've taken it, it's about an hour. I mean, there's a tracker. But the concept right now is we're looking to try and get 15-minute to 30-minute service into downtown and Fred's. I think it's 30-minute to an hour service out to the Greyhound stop, to the subway or Pilot. But there are huge changes coming, increased buses on the road, different stops. We'll still come in through the Cirque, but we'll also come on the west side of campus, kind of up by the biology building and through that area, because we're not serving that area well and pulling students that want to get onto that side of campus. Like when you talked about who was talking about walking all over? That was that who was with the provost? But it was you, right? Well, I mean, because the thing is we're serving you here, but then if you're going from here over to the other side of campus, and our ridership coming out of like the apartments north of campus is incredible, but your stop is right here. So the thought is if we build better connections and folks are going to that side of campus, we can get people there more comfortably and easily. So all of those changes you should see roll out in the fall is our goal. And that's kind of it. But so fundamentally, we'd love to have a letter of support that would go both to the city and operations, VP of Operations Andreas Bowman, and go from there. But the terms would stay the same. The commitment to have the student voice at the table would remain the same. All of those pieces remain in place.
Thank you so much, Bruce. Is there any questions?
Thank you.
No? Well, I definitely posted about this on the ASCWU President Twitter and saw a unanimous support to continue this partnership with the city. So, yeah, we will definitely get on writing that letter of support.
Thanks so much.
Yes, thank you, Bruce. And then we'll jump straight into any issues, concerns, and/or announcements. And it looks like 12.1 is this board's final remarks.
It's been an awesome year. I think that this has been a great experience for me as well as everyone on the board. I just want to give everybody that's on the board and that has helped support us throughout this journey a big round of applause because it means a lot. And I think that we have really really done something here. And I hope that, the following years, our hard work pays off. And I'm sure that we will see that. I love all of you guys. And yeah, yes, school. Okay, thank you. I don't know what I'm saying.
I think I just want to take the time to thank specifically Edgar for helping me out so much this year. I don't think he understands how much he means to me in so many ways, but also to everyone who served on committees this year. So you all know who you are. You all are what make the campus function in a shared governance manner that we want to thrive on. So thank you to you all that served on committees for helping us out there. And then just thank you to everyone on the board for being super awesome and doing a lot of great things this year. I think we accomplished a lot of amazing things, and your spirit and your energy just really made it happen. So, yes.
And then I also just have one final remark, right? So it's been a long, hard, hectic year for all of us, right? So saying that to say, treat yourselves, right? Student Appreciation Day is coming soon, right? Full day packed full of wonderful events, opportunities, free stuff, raffles, live music, all that kinds of stuff. You deserve it, right? So if you can stop by at any point in time, please do, right? As we move forward into finals week, it will be a wonderful de-stressor for you all. So please come out, have fun, and show some love for campus activities. It's volume 3 for the Hip Hop Rodeo, and they've dedicated so much hard work and time to be put into this. So please, if you can, treat yourself.
It has been an honor to serve this year. It's definitely been a growing experience for me. I've learned a lot. I've failed a couple times, and that's okay. I think that's kind of what this job is about. But I can't thank my fellow board members enough for the support. It's been really cool to see how we encourage each other, how we humble each other sometimes, and yeah, it's just been really cool to see that chemistry work. I think that some of the past boards have had issues working together, and although we've, had spats at times, I think any group that works together would, but we've really grown from each circumstance, and yeah, it's just been really cool to see a team work together like that and serve in this capacity. So, thank you guys for working with me this year, dealing with me sometimes. Yeah, so. I'll see you around fall quarter, guys.
I just want to give a huge shout out to anyone who has supported me in our crazy endeavors this year in the club world, the student government world. We have made a really large amount of changes to everything involving clubs, and a huge shout out to my advisors, Jeff Rosenberry and Michael Middleton. I do not know where I'd be without them, and Michael has really made a tremendous amount of change on campus for students and student organizations and clubs. And I'm really thankful that I get to leave this position this year knowing that it's only going up from here. I'm really excited to see what's in the future for clubs on campus, and I think it's going really great places. Also, just want to say a huge thank you to the board this year. They've been absolutely tremendous. We've dealt with a lot. We've gone through a lot, but I think that we've really been there for each other, and I think that's important. So, yeah, with that, thank you all. You're great.
I'm looking at Jocelyn because we've both been on the board for the last 2 years, and I don't think we ever expected to be where we are today, but I think this year especially is probably my favorite year, and I think it's because we really have come together. We are all in one piece. We all like each other, thankfully. Not to say it wasn't easy, but we definitely all like each other, and we're coming out really strong and unified together at the end. And it's been a year. We survived the snow. I never thought we were going to survive the snow because that was just so bad. But we survived many things this year, and I think as a student body, we've all really come together, and it's just been a great year. It's just really hard to look back and just wow, it's been great. And I'm graduating, so I'm getting a little nostalgic. And I've been working really closely with Jasmine and, kind of just passing her along and saying, hey, here's your next president, and she's going to kill it next year. So I'm just really excited, and I think it's been an honor to serve as your student body president this year and as your VP of Academic Affairs the year before. And honestly, I'm just excited to see what student government becomes in the next couple of years. So I'm a proud alum soon. Yeah, Jocelyn, you take it away. All right. No words from Jocelyn today.
Tell you to get your tradition keeper medal.
Okay. No worries. All right, we'll end it with that, and we'll jump right into thank you, 88.1 The Berg, for live streaming us all year. You all are super amazing, and thank you for making just our meetings accessible to students all across campus, and we just truly appreciate you. Our next meeting, well, that's our next board's decision, and hopefully they will have that announced sometime in the summer for fall. Wednesday, September 25th at 1 p.m. Cool. Thanks, Jeff. Wow. Keeping us on track. Always. All right. For the last time, I'd like to adjourn this meeting at 1:30 p.m. I entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting at 1:30 p.m. Sorry.
Second, third.
There's so many things going on right now.
We need a so moved.
So moved.
Who's the second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussions? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? It's a 6-0-0. This meeting has been adjourned. See you all later.
I call for a photo after.